We're not just a medical facility, we're actually providing the quality of life that patients would not get in a hospital setting. So we go beyond just physical care. Their minds are still going, even though it's end of life. So we have to stimulate that.
I had Selena come. She's an artist. And I thought, an artist? What has that got to do with hospice? She came in, she listened to me talk. And then she says, boy, you're really an interesting person to listen to, you know. And then she says, I want to, if you don't mind, I'd like to write these down, and I'd like to make a little booklet out of this. After she started talking to me about my life, and I started thinking back, but I got a new appreciation of my life. I have a different outlook on how I've lived my life, because I never had a very good self-esteem, and it gave me better self-esteem.
So when they come to Tidewell, people have been, through the ringer, so to speak, with the standard medical therapy. It's interesting how many patients will tell you that it gets to the point in some of their care where they see, they're through a whole barrage of professionals, and they'll tell you that not one person has touched them as they're going through.
I can't imagine anybody not wanting to be able to talk about themselves to somebody, like just to have somebody to listen to, just for a hug once in a while, or touched. Just being able to have somebody make you feel important.
People equate being touched to love. All of a sudden somebody cares enough about me to touch me. And sometimes it is even the physical touch. Maybe it's the clown walking in, who makes them smile and makes them laugh and makes them forget about their problems and their pain for a few minutes.
And she'll sing, she says, and I sing too, and she sang to me, and we sang together. She cheers you up, and she's so precious. She just is here to entertain you and make you feel good about yourself. At least she did for me.
Complementary services is a broad range of services that we offer, from pet therapy, we have massage therapy, we have expressive arts, clowns that go in, laughter's the best medicine. And a lot of patients really respond to the clowns coming in just to laugh and be silly.
So it offers the nurses another tool in their tool bag that they can pull out, or the doctors for another approach to pain control.
This is a complimentary service, so we are strictly donation-based. So that would be through our staff and also our wonderful community who donate funding for this as well. If they wanted to make a donation, they could strictly say this is for complimentary services.
What we do is strictly through donations, and we really rely on people recognizing that hospice encompasses a lot of things, and it's a worthwhile place to make donations to.
With the doctors, the chaplains, the social workers, and even the entire Tidewell organization. It's not just individual houses and individual teams. Tidewell is one big team entirely.
So many patients don't realize how vital Tidewell can be earlier on in their disease process. And so often people think they shouldn't call hospice unless they have just a few hours to, or a few weeks to go, whereas, we're still trying to get that word out there that we can bring a lot of complementary services along with medical services to patients much earlier in the process, and make the whole transition much easier for the family and the patient. It dovetails with the medical components and just rounds out the holistic approach that we take at Tidewell to our patient care.
The team is vital. You can't live without one member of the team. And it's a funny thing. You think one would be more important than the other, but it's just not true. Everybody has a completely different role, and it's a beautiful thing when you see all the pieces of that puzzle fitting together.
Bringing the world to them. If they're so isolated, it brings so much more to them that is going to bring that comfort on more than just a physical level.
I think complementary services is really a gift to our patients and our community alike. And a lot of people may not see it that way until they have someone come in and offer them ideas of how to say goodbye or how to say I'm sorry. I think is so meaningful, and it makes them feel like a person again. not just the patient.
I hope that when it's my turn to go, that somebody will bring me a plant and put it in front of me and let me play in the dirt.